Down. Statement of intent. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So we're very much on the way now.
I think Pavel Nedved's going to have a starring role here, Peter. Being two-footed, he can operate both as a traditional and as an inverted winger. So he always offers you that option, hugging the line or coming inside.
Very versatile, isn't he?
Yeah, and then there's that trademark run from deep.
So the defence are going to have their hands full.
You can say that again.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Now it's Van Basten. Bergomi cuts out the pass. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
He's played it back. Went Seedorf. Real chance! They've scored!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes. Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
Brazil are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos delivers. And it's claimed by the keeper. Well, they could break here. Cruyff. Quarter of an hour played. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Nice interception, well timed. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Borussia Dortmund shoots!
Oh, well spotted, had to be at his very sharpest there.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Brazil are looking to go forward now. Oh, that's fabulous. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
I think that's offside. Yes, it is. And this is Van Basten. Oh, he's on his own. Van Basten! Oh, nearly, but not quite.
You can never be too safe with someone like him around. They got away with that.
It's been slipped through. And he's managed to get free. Well, that's not the cross he had in mind. Messi, a player who needs no introduction. Played with speed from back to front. And it's Seedorf. Pressure coming in from all directions. He's going to have to tune his rangefinder before the next one. Vieira. Messi. He's picked his way through. Roberto Carlos. And it's Hullet. 30 minutes gone. It's Seedorf. And here's Hullet. This is a promising build-up. Lovely feet. Big chance! Pele. And this is Nedved.
Borussia Dortmund really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly...
Great chance! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Seedorf is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And the shot! It's in! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Van Basten really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy the...
Shot, surely! And it's there! With half-time at hand! Perfect timing! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
After 42 minutes is number 8, Ruud Hullet.
Just 1 in it now.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Seedorf running with the ball. Messi. Conte. Seedorf. Pass is coming off in quick succession here.
Minutes has been indicated.
Oh, well played, well played. Van Basten. And they can counter here. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Nesta. Messi might just make this. That's the end of the first 45. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. Caution certainly not on the agenda here, from both sides.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Just a quick request.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second.
On the road outside the stadium. Substitution for Borussia Dortmund. Number 10, Messi. Number 21, Johan Cruyff. Number 12, Van Basten. Coming on the field, number 22, Francesco Totti. Number 8, Ronaldinho. Number 13, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge.
The second period is on the way.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
Pele can so cleverly bypass the press. Goes for a shot! It's in! They have come roaring back!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Brazil are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. Chance for a shot! And it's a goal!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here.
Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund.
Time for a change in personnel.
Seedorf.
Borussia Dortmund leading now.
Gullit. Coming on the field, number 23, Toure.
Seedorf.
Number
So
11.
intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. And this is Nedved. It's Pele! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And it's been taken short. And now they can spring out of defence. Rummenigge. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Brazil needing a change of fortune here. It's a good run he's making out on the left. Quarter of an hour into the second half. And he's found the... And the finish! And he has his goal! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
62 minutes is
Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
It's turning into quite a gem, this.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
And it's Seedorf. Conte. Now it's Pele. Can he finish? Oh, denied brilliantly.
Well, it actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
It's their second corner of the game. Ronaldinho getting this one clear. Seedorf. Passes short and sharp. And this is Roberto. He's having a shot! Goal! Brazil! And the comeback is complete. So smooth. A signature finish.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
After 68 minutes is number 6.
Brazil have their lead.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Brazil have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Bergomi. Could be danger here. Looking for options for movement. Bergomi gets it clear. The pressing's intense and it's paid off.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And this is Hullet. He's found a way through. Hullet, he'll try from distance. And that really should have been that.
Oh, what a stunning save. Absolutely tremendous, and he's kept his team in it.
Can he get on the end of this? Saved! It's a goal! But oh, it's offside.
The decision came a little late because the referee initially didn't see the assistance flag, but it's the right call.
Disappointment and relief on either side, nothing doing. Brazil have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution.
Well, there is that saying, Peter, that if it isn't broke, don't try and fix it. But I suppose you don't want to risk anything in a game like this.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And he's lost his man here. Driving on and making good... There's the shot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Griezmann. Into the last 5 minutes.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Vieira. Played back. And here's Griezmann. Oh, that's well spotted. I think we're just about done here.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Maldini.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Can he get it through? Totti picks it up out wide. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. So what can they make of this? Oh no, what has happened here? That's got him rattled. And that's that. Perfect result, perfect outcome. A test passed with flying colours. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, it's pretty clear that there was a solid game plan in place for what was a very high-pressure game. I think it shows great maturity on the part of the players, and it was, for me, well-deserved and well-earned.
And a
So
quick
many
announcement
thanks to Jim
today that
Beglin. That's all we have
memorabilia
time
from
for.
today's match
Good
is
evening
now
to
on
you.
sale in the stadium.